Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. UFC Fan 100 back again, now on this fine early Sunday. I'm going to give my UFC on live, on Versus, my bad, 5 prediction. UFC 5, UFC on Versus 5 will be held August 14th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin at the Bradley Center. Um, it is on Versus if you're in America, so, like me. Um, I'll start with the preliminary fights. We have in a bantam weight fight. We have Edwin Figueroa, who has a 7-1 record with 5 knockouts and 2 submissions, taking on Jason Reinhardt, who has a 20-2 record with 4 knockouts and 16 submissions. Edwin Figueroa, his one loss came in his UFC debut, while Jason Reinhardt has never gone to a decision and is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. I am picking Jason Reinhardt in this fight by submission. The next fight is a lightweight fight between Jacob Volkman, who has a 12-2 record, 1 knockout, 6 submissions, and 5 decisions, against Danny Castillo, who has an 11-3 record, 4 knockouts, 4 submissions, and 3 decisions. Jacob Volkman is a 3-time NCAA All-American, and Danny Castillo trains with Uriah Faber. I'm going to go Jacob Volkman on this one by decision. I think that with his wrestling background, he'll just keep him on the ground, and, he'll kind of be like a George St. Pierre Chael Sonnen mix. Um, the next fight is between Cole Miller, who has a 17-5 record with 3 knockouts, 12 submissions, and 2 decisions, versus TJ O'Brien. Cole Miller is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, and I have no idea what TJ O'Brien is about anything. Never seen Cole Miller fight, but if he's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, then I don't know anything about TJ Bryan. The one thing I do know about TJ Bryan is I fought TJ Bryan in my dreams, and I beat the living crap out of him. So if I could do that, then I'm pretty sure Cole Miller can do it. So, um, in a featherweight fight, we have Alex Caceres, who is a 5-3 record, 2 knockouts and 3 submissions, versus Jim Hetz. Was originally scheduled to be Leonard Garcia facing Alex Caceres, but he got injured, and Jim Hetz will now take over. Jim Hetz has an 8-0 record with all 8 wins coming by submission. Alex Caceres uses a style called Jeet Kune Do, and all of his because Jim Hetz has all of his wins by decision, by submission, I believe Jim Hetz will win this fight by submission. All 3 losses also by Caceres are by submission, although he does have 3 submission wins, obviously. The next fight is a light heavyweight fight between Carlos Vemola, who has an 8-1 record with 4 knockouts and 4 submissions, who was originally scheduled to take on Stephan Bonnar, but Stephan Bonnar got injured and now will be replaced by Brazilian Ronnie Marks. Marks has an 11-1 record, 5 knockouts, 4 submissions, and 2 decisions. Carlos Vemola is known, he has a reputation for his raw power and sheer strength, mostly. And Ronnie Marks defeated Paulo Filho in his last fight, which is not many people can say that they've done at all. So I'm gonna stay with Carlos Vemola on this fight. I think that Carlos Vemola will use his size and strength to overpower Marks and to get a unanimous decision win. Middleweight fight is between Ed Herman and Kyle Noke. I'm going to pick Ed Herman in this. I don't know much about Kyle Noke. I hear he's pretty good, but I just don't think I haven't heard enough about him uh, to where I think that he can defeat Ed Herman and get the victory. Uh, the next fight is a bantamweight fight between Joseph Benavidez and Eddie Wineland. Eddie Wineland's, I believe it was his last fight, where he lost to Jose Aldo for the featherweight championship. So I will pick Eddie Wineland. I believe he will bounce back from that loss versus Jose Aldo. And in the final preliminary fight, it is CB Dollaway versus Jared Hammond, and I'm going to pick CB Dollaway on that one. And now to go with the main card, which will be the card that is televised on Versus that night. Uh, we have a welterweight fight between Amir Sadallah and Dwayne Bang Ludwig. Um, Amir Sadallah just does not impress me. Um, the only thing impressive about Amir Sadallah is the fact that he won the Ultimate Fighter uh, without having a professional fight to his record, and which is that's the most impressive thing he'll ever do because he is absolutely horrible in the UFC, and I hope soon that he gets released. And so I'm gonna pick Dwayne Bang Ludwig by third round TKO. In a lightweight fight, we have Charles Oliveira versus Donald Cerrone. Uh, we have Charles Oliveira, who practices Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, as well as Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Uh, Cerrone won his last fight, obviously, and I'm going to go with Cerrone via split decision over Charles Oliveira. The co-main event is a lightweight fight between Jim Miller and Ben Henderson. Jim Miller, very tough fighter, very elusive fighter. The only thing that Ben Henderson has ever done, and the only thing he ever will do in the sport of MMA, is get kicked in the face by Anthony Pettis and lose his his lightweight championship at the final event of WEC. That is the only thing he has ever done, the only thing he ever will do. So I'm going to pick Jim Miller in this fight by unanimous decision. And in the main event, a welterweight contest between Dan Hardy and Chris Lytle. Dan Hardy has lost his last three fights, one by knockout, two by decision. The first of those three fights was the unanimous decision loss against George St. Pierre for the welterweight championship. And Chris Lytle has won his last 4 of 5. The victories have come by two submissions and two decisions, and the loss was by a decision. In my opinion, if Dan Hardy loses this fight, he will be released by the UFC. Chris Lytle is coming off a loss by unanimous decision, but I don't think that that's going to play into the fact that Chris Lytle, in my opinion, is going to defeat Dan Hardy and by second round TKO and send Dan Hardy out of the UFC where he belongs. So that's pretty much it. Check out UFC on Versus 5, live from the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, next Sunday night. And talk to you guys later.